who will but none deny. So God be pleased, thus live will I. For my past tense, on sing and dance, my heart is set. All goodly sport, for my comfort, who shall me lend? Youth must have some dalliance, good or ill, some pastimes. Company methinks and best, thoughts and fancies to digest. For idleness is chief mistress of vices all, and who can say but mirth and play is best of all? Company with honesty is virtue, vices to flee. Company is good or ill, not every man hath his free will. The best ensue, the worst eschew, my mind shall be virtue to use, vice to refuse, thus shall I use me. Je m'ennuierai, ami, tout tourne, aussi des amis, je bois un jour à boire. Je m'ennuierai, ami, tout tourne, aussi des amis, je bois un jour à boire. Chante aux ébouvants, assez les hommes dans la guerre. Chante aux ébouvants, mes amis, pour chante aux ébouvants, assez les hommes dans la guerre. Chante aux ébouvants, mes amis, pour du Victory, un mec tout tourne, aussi des amis je bois un jour à boire. Quand je bois du Victory, un mec tout tourne, aussi des amis je bois un jour à boire. Chante aux ébouvants, c'est les hommes sans la guerre. Chante aux ébouvants, mes amis, pour chante aux ébouvants, c'est les hommes sans la guerre. Chante aux ébouvants, mes amis, pour Well, hey Wanderers! Welcome to The Wandering Bard. I am Jeremy Grafe, and tonight I am joined by Collin Purcell.
Hi.
It is so nice to have Collin here. We have been trying to get together for so long, it seems, and here you are at last. So, cheers to that, my friend.
Yes, for the week before Yuletide finishes up.
Ah, yes. So, some of you might be recognizing Collin from Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. He has been performing there for the last few years, and he is, like me and Lemning, performing at Yuletide on the grounds of Mount Hope. So we will get to that in a little bit, but for now, we have a little more music for you all. It's nice to get a chance to share some things that Collin and I have been playing together for a few years now, although not as frequently as maybe either of us would hope.
No, definitely not. But I'm also going to switch for this one. I forgot until just now.
Ah, yes.
We're switching.
And we were trying so hard for that Cherry Taylor sponsorship deal, too.
Yeah,
we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. All right. Stand you at the ready, good sir? It turns out that wooden instruments need a little extra attention and affection during the winter.
Sometimes. Yeah, I think we're good.
We're good? Excellent. Abroad as I was walking one evening in the spring, I heard a maid in Bethlehem so sweetly for to sing. Her chain she rattled in her hand, and thus replied she, I love my love because I know my love loves me. Oh, cruel were his parents who sent my love to sea, and cruel was the galleon that bore my love from me. Yet I love his parents instead, although they ruined me. I love my love because I know my love loves me. Strong I weave a garland, I'll weave it very fine, of roses, daisies, lilies, I'll mix the eglantine, and I'll present it to my love when he returns from sea. I love my love because I know my love loves me. Just as she there sat weeping, her love he came on land, and hearing she was in Bethlehem, he ran straight out of hand. He flew into her loving arms, and thus because I know my love loves me. So now these two are married and happy may they be. Like turtle doves together in love and unity. Our pretty maids with patience wait that have their loves at sea. I love my love because I know my love loves me. For I love my love because I know my love loves me.
Cool.
So, friends, if you've not been to the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair in a while, and you're thinking, we're getting a taste of what happens on fair between the two of you, actually, you would be wrong. Collin and I have unfortunately been scheduled at opposite ends of the festival for the last few years, so we almost never get to play together. So this is a rare treat for you and really for us.
Yeah, it'd be really cool if that could happen.
Yeah.
If any powers that be are
yeah.
watching, I know they're not. But
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. Hey, if you are watching and you are a fan of the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, send them perhaps a nice electronic missive. Dear Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, we love Jeremy Grafe and Collin Purcell together. Please help them to collaborate more frequently. We would love that because Collin has been part of the Rogues for the last few years, and that is wonderful to behold. The harmonies are incredible, and they delight audiences and, well, each other. So, and I have been either performing solo or with Lemning, and it feels like our shows are often scheduled at the same time at different places.
we could use more Renaissance jam time in general, I feel.
Yeah.
They schedule you to the, to the movie.
Yeah, they could maybe give the Rogues a bigger break. Because Collin knows a lot of the things that I play because we have played together before, as I may have mentioned.
What?
I know. Well, we're already
Right here on this show.
right here, right now.
Oh, before.
I know we're getting into the Christmas time, so there's some Christmas vibes in this set list. But
Are
I
there?
was,
Yeah. So
I was thinking about Dragon, but that's okay.
well, I mean, you could have said something about that.
I know I forgot to say something. But
Well,
there
we're
are
here
plenty
now.
of songs I have played before that you've heard Jeremy play because he wrote them.
That's true.
And you've
well,
been on the
anywho.
show many,
Yes,
many times
anywho.
with us.
yeah, Collin has
Yeah.
been on the show quite a bit.
It's
just
been a
not-
minute though. It's
not
been a minute.
as not as often these days, much to our unhappiness and
I
chagrin.
know.
But
So
the next
much
song is actually maybe close to both of us for different reasons. Collin is a trained Shakespearean actor.
This is true. This is true.
And I mention that because the next song is perhaps, it's seasonally appropriate, but it is perhaps illustrative of the melancholy of winter, the longer nights, the colder days, the dread of isolation from the people that we care for at times. And it is famous for a quotation in Shakespeare when the Duke Amiens sings it in his isolation and despair at exile.
Shakespearean winter melancholy. That's
Here we are. Though thou into wind, thou art not so unkind as man's ungratitude. Thy tooth is not so keen because thou art not seen, although thy breath be rude.
But this life's most jolly, so it's not all
it's not all bad.
it's not all bad.
Yeah. There's still a recognition that even in the midst of our despair, that there is joy, which is really a great metaphor for the beginning of winter after what I would term a disastrous election result.
Well,
As a Shakespearean actor, Colin,
Yes,
favorite play?
oh, my favorite?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, there's tragedies and there's comedies and there's histories.
Yeah.
Um,
You could pick a couple if you'd like.
yeah.
I won't narrow you to it.
Yeah, good. Well,
First thought, best thought.
yeah, I guess like one that I always go back to that is really, really fun is Twelfth Night for sure. I think I've done Much Ado About Nothing the most, but
Ooh, who have you played in Much Ado?
this is crazy. I'm 29, and when I was 22, I was in a production of Much Ado About Nothing. It was my first professional production ever with the Alabama Shakespeare Festival down in Montgomery, Alabama. And even though I was 22, I was already losing my hair, had a pretty big beard, and a pretty low voice. And so I was Leonardo. I was the guy playing Don. If you know the show, Leonardo's the dad. Don Pedro's the rich, fancy duke. And the guy with me playing Don Pedro was 35. And I, his best friend, the dad of the family, was 22 years old. But no one batted an eye. It worked. So
Well, if you sell it.
if you sell it, yeah.
Good work.
But I did play that, and it's a very interesting role. It has a big yelling scene. They cut out a lot, but we kept it in. So that's
Good for you.
the serious monologue in the comedy.
Nice.
But obviously, some other ones are really great. Like Othello is an amazing play, and Henry IV Part 1 and Part 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we saw that in Atlanta.
Yeah, the
Part 2.
Atlanta Shakespeare Company.
Yeah.
It's always good stuff.
Yeah.
Hamlet, always good. Long.
Well,
Macbeth, good and short. Did you know? Here's a fun fact. Hamlet's in the uncut version, all of Hamlet's lines, like words and lines spoken by Hamlet alone,
yeah.
is longer than the entire play of Macbeth. Like Hamlet says more in Hamlet
Wow.
than the whole play Macbeth.
I mean, he is a very cerebral interior guy.
Yeah.
Whereas Macbeth is
No,
a
but
man of
I don't
action.
mean the character.
No,
I mean the
right.
whole play. Yeah,
But,
right.
like, he's a man of action.
So action happens.
Shit goes
Yeah,
down.
right.
So he's not agonizing over much.
No, he's not. It's just so funny.
I love it.
Oh, was I gonna do?
I don't know. He's pontificating because now we are going to play
I'm gonna
another
switch.
English Renaissance Yuletide carol, but this one is really more of a paean to winter joy and all the positive things about what most of us think of as the Christmas holiday, being close with loved ones and celebrating and partying, but there are other holidays around this time of year that also celebrate that, which is why it's actually not uncool to say happy holidays, because you don't know.
That's pretty nice, yeah.
All hail to the days that merit more praise than all the rest of the year, and welcome the nights that double delights, as well for the poor as the peer. Sweet blessings attend each merry man's friend that doth but the best that he may, forgetting old wrongs with poems and songs to drive the cold winter away. 'Tis ill for the mind to anger and pine, to think of small injuries now. If wrath be to see, don't lend her thy cheek, don't let her inhabit thy brow. Cross out of thy books more malevolent looks, both beauty and youth's decay, and spend the long nights in honest delights to drive the cold for the poor as the peer. Sweet blessings attend each merry man's friend that doth but the best that he may, forgetting all wrongs with poems and songs to drive the cold winter away.
Let it ring.
Uh-huh.
Like the Christmas bells.
That's right. Let it ring out.
There you go.
Yeah, we're back to our Sponsor Me video for Taylor Guitars. If you or a loved one work for Taylor Guitars, Collin and I love your products and would love to play more. So if you're looking for people who will field test your instruments in a wide array of weather and conditions, we are your guys.
Yeah, that's a lot of that.
Uh-huh. So I don't know what your year was like, but for me, the coldest day that I've performed in was 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
The lowest showtime, the highest showtime performance, the temperature was, I think, real feel 106.
Well, I haven't been there, but I think this weekend and last we got lower than 32.
Did we?
I think last we were in the 20s.
I'm trying very hard.
We
not
performed
to
in
think
the
about that.
20s. Yeah,
Well,
100%.
yeah, but okay. So I'm in the pirate ship, and we have a door open and we have a window open to vent the two big propane heaters.
True, that's true.
And we've had a whole lot of bodies.
And the heaters are nice.
They are. They are really nice.
Obscura and the Tea Shop. If you come to the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, there are 2 booths for Yuletide that have stone fireplaces that are cranking. I did go and hang out by one. Can we talk about what we're doing?
Well, I was going to finish my story about the pirate ship.
Oh yeah,
first.
talk about the pirate ship.
So even with the walls and the roof and the heaters and a full house, we could still see our breath and the breath of everyone in there last weekend. I will term that as less than fun, but it was lovely to have that experience with a few dozen other people in the room, and we still made the best of it. Anyway, I'm sorry. We can talk about Yuletide more properly.
No, I was just gonna say, if you do find me by a fireplace, it's because I'm playing Scrooge, and so I'm just Scrooging around in there, in an attempt to stay warm. Because Yuletide has a specific. We are there's 6 of us, what are known as fantasticals, and you also have 3 on top of that. In total, I guess there's 9. But 3 are kind of their own category. But in that category, you got Father Christmas and Krampus and Belschnickel, which is a Pennsylvania Dutch thing.
Kind of a kinder, gentler Krampus, honestly.
Yeah. We've got the Snow Queen, Jack Frost, and the Sugar Plum Fairy. And also, apparently out of the book, we've got Tiny Tim, all grown up, Scrooge, and Jacob Marley. And so because Tiny Tim's grown up, it's kind of reformed Scrooge, which means I'm in a nightgown and a robe. And a nightcap, because apparently that's what he wore for the rest of his days after that fateful night. He only ever wore his PJs.
He spent his fortune on buying a delightful Christmas meal for everyone.
Yeah. And now he doesn't have pants. So.
Well, it was all Bob Cratchit's back pay.
Yeah.
That he finally, gave him.
Yeah, Tim runs the business now.
Yeah.
But no, it's funny. So I do get chilly because I am in a nightgown. I have some thermals, like some long johns, but they can only do so much. So you might see me by a fire if you do come, or by a heat lamp. The lamps are good. I'm glad we have them.
They are nice. I am a fan.
But Yuletide is cool. It's silly. It's Christmassy. The Shire is pretty decked out in Christmas stuff, and you can go inside the mansion, which is super decked out with the Christmas
it's gorgeous.
stuff.
Every year, the team does such a great job of not only making the mansion look great, but like different from the year before in such important ways. So you will be surprised and delighted if you've been in the mansion before.
It's really cool. This year they're doing the traditionally, I guess, the holiday show in the mansion has been Dickens. It's been a Christmas Carol, but this year they switched it up, and they're doing the Nutcracker, and that's a whole separate thing than Yuletide. You can't see that there, but that's what the decorations are for. So not to give anything away, but one room does have a cheese tree. That's right.
For the
a
Rat
cheese tree for the Rat King. It is a tree made out of cheese. And if you didn't think you needed that this Christmas, then you're wrong, because it's a sight to behold.
I didn't know the theme of the show, and as soon as I saw that, I was so happy.
If you like the Nutcracker, it's a pretty cool design in there.
I'm not actually a huge Nutcracker fan, but like, it's such a cool, whimsical thing. And I mean, it looks better than it might sound. Go ahead and check it out if you're coming out to Yuletide this weekend. By the way, we are coming up to our final weekend.
That's
so
true.
If you want to see Ebenezer Scrooge and you want to see me performing with Lemning, this is going to be your last chance. So
come for the bar.
do come out. And Lori will be posting that link to buy your tickets ahead of time in the chat. So
yeah, you said whimsical, and that really is. I feel like it is whimsy.
yeah.
That's its main thing. It's not trying to be anything in particular, but just a whimsical Christmas village. Not even Christmas, holiday, because it's like Jeremy was saying earlier. It's not really specific. It's just holiday cheer.
Yeah, and there is a lot of really gorgeous, like very Christmassy decorations. But I mean, I love being in the Shire this time of year because it's always nice to smell some of the seasonal, like the snacks during regular season. But there's something about when it's cold and being able to smell like roasted nuts or popcorn or like the mulled wine, or there's just something very special. And I mean, if you've ever been to a European Christmas market, it sort of has that vibe, but it also sort of has a vibe like a winter carnival or like a Christmas pageant.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very cool. And it still feels like the Ren Fair, but more intimate. So
I was just saying the outfits, the Yuletide patron outfits.
Oh, they've been great.
Are phenomenal this
Yeah.
year. Like everybody just like really stepped up their Yuletide.
I had to run the costume contest on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh my God.
Me and my friend Cole, who plays Tiny Tim, we
Yeah.
did do it. It was Dickensian themed, so that was cool. People dressed to the nines. And then there was a guy who was the Grinch who looked awesome, but it wasn't Dickensian, so he didn't win. But he still looked. He would have won any other competition.
I didn't see the Grinch that day.
Oh, I saw the Grinch. Yeah, I saw the Grinch.
He looked great.
He looked good. Yeah. Yeah, but so many like those fair outfits that you don't get to wear in the hot weather, and then everybody's got on their cloaks and their furs and like
It's the Christmas cosplay.
It's so cool.
So many gorgeous layers.
So many cool layers.
A lot of really beautiful
velvet.
fur hats.
Yeah, fur hat. Yeah.
A lot of gorgeous brocade.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of extra Krampus and like goat kind of like characters. It's really crazy. Yeah. Traveler type stuff. A lot of goatees.
You gotta love them.
Goatlets.
Come for the stay for the humbug.
Do you ever have a non
good.
a non-themed judge's choice? You just like brust out like.
Oh gosh, yes. Well, there were these cute kids who were one of them was the bear and the other one was the reindeer, and they were dressed up like those animals, and it was really cute, and they looked great. Like even clearly their parents went to the nines to like suit them up. And then the Grinch actually looked awesome, and he was a really fun person to talk to. So sometimes it's like, oh, that's cool. You can get there. We give him honorable mentions, is what we gave out, even though it wasn't on theme. Yeah.
Cool.
But the person who did win, like, handmade their own dress and the whole thing. It was crazy. So
yeah,
at that point, it's like, okay, they gotta win.
Very cool. Well, friends, we got some more music for you.
You said this one was medieval, right? That's cool.
Yeah, the next song, we've played this a couple times on the show, and actually this is one of the songs that we played the last 2 weeks at Yuletide. It's an old Latin hymn, and it's been translated into a number of different languages. The Basques of Spain have a really nice version of this. And probably my favorite version in modern times is by Sting. And I think we determined that was on A Very Special Christmas 3. So go check that out. Sting. It's a gorgeous version. It's kind of hard to go wrong with Sting adapting ancient songs. But this is Collin and I, which I think is, at least in rehearsal, was a damn sight close.
Yeah.
his eyes as flame. All hail, said he, the lowly maiden Mary, most highly favored lady, Gloria. For known a blessed mother thou shalt be, all generations laud and honor thee. Thy son shall be Emmanuel, by seers foretold, most highly favored lady, Gloria. Gentle Mary meekly bowed her head. To me be as it pleaseth God, she said. My soul shall laud and magnify his holy name, most highly favored lady, Gloria. Most highly favored lady, Gloria.
That's cool. I gotta go listen to Sting's version of that now.
It's
That's
really
cool.
good.
So-
It's
That's really
gorgeous. It has all these really like delightful floaty synth sounds, and it's mostly just his voice, and that's it. Like there's almost nothing else. It's really simple, really spare, and kind of Sting at his best stinginess.
So apparently Sting released an album on lute.
Yeah, that's pretty recent.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
Heather was saying
Oh,
that it's called Songs from the Labyrinth.
oh wow.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
There's a couple really nice videos of him and the lutist playing together, and it's like they do this cool video effect thing where like Sting is harmonizing with himself and the lutist is playing like a couple different parts, so they're like doubling and tripling like throughout the video as they're adding parts.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Seems
So-
like a very Sting thing to do, though.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And I love the fact that he's still exploring, so many different ideas, which is great. We should all be so lucky to be learning new stuff and like even reaching back even as we're reaching forward, which I think is smart.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. He also does it's cool when he covers songs. I think it was the Kennedy Center Honors for Paul Simon. Sting did an acoustic America. And that's why I learned that song. It was not because the original, but because Sting's version was so cool.
I mean, he's so great at interpreting things.
Yeah, it's just cool. Cool guy.
Yeah. Well, we haven't talked about what's up for you after Yuletide because, as we said, we only have one more week of Yuletide. So where are you heading next, Colin?
Well, I'm from upstate New York. I am from up Syracuse way, and I'm heading back there. And then it looks like I might be doing a play up in Albany, New York. So that's a couple hours away from Syracuse, but it's more east, very close to the Massachusetts border if you don't know Albany. And if you do know Albany, then there you go. You know it. And yeah, doing a play there for maybe January, February. And then March and April, doing a play back in Syracuse at a theater called the Red House.
Okay.
And that's a cool play. 2. That one is called The Flick. It's a Pulitzer Prize winning play. It's a really cool play. It's like 3 hours long. And it's about a movie theater. There's a lot of mopping and sweeping, if I am to understand correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were talking about it, and the flick sounds fascinating because it sounds like on one hand it's very minimal, but like the nice thing about when minimal stuff is done right, that can be so incredible and powerful.
Yeah. No, it's true. And Annie Baker won a Pulitzer Prize for that play. And a lot of it is naturalistic dialogue. And so you'll get the likes and the ums are all specifically written.
Yeah.
And you'll have stuff that's like a 5-second pause, a line, 4-second pause. It's specific to how long you have to wait, too. And so it's really interesting. She won the Pulitzer Prize because it's a really well-written piece of theater. Apparently, it's like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And people walked out of the original because it's a lot of... The whole point is that it's mundane.
Yeah.
To be sweeping up a movie theater every day. That's the whole point of the play.
If you're anywhere near the
still
Red
come.
House,
Yeah.
come.
If you come to Syracuse, there's good theater up there.
And there's, a ton of great places to eat in Syracuse, and it's just a gorgeous part of the country. So,
yeah, don't sleep on it. Obviously, we're going into a couple of very cold, snowy months. But if you're into that sort of thing, you look no further.
That's right.
And if not, it's really pretty in the summer, too.
That's true. It is.
I realized I was advertising one of the snowiest places in America during winter. But
lake effect snow is a real thing, friends. We're here to tell you.
But yeah, and then after that, I'm not really sure. Next season is the 45th anniversary for Fair. I don't even know what I'm doing next summer, so I don't even know what to say yet. But
I don't either.
It's a big...
And that's, I don't know what it's like for the actors, but for me, I didn't know for sure whether I was coming back to Pennsylvania Ren Fair until late January.
Yeah, I think it's even later.
Yeah.
For us. Yeah, they get you guys locked in early, I think. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. It's nice. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not really sure. Keeping options open, but it was really fun to do this season and also to do Yuletide. It's been a really I did not realize that it would be as silly and fun as it is. So that's cool. I think I luck out with not the carolers are amazing, and when I auditioned to be in Yuletide, I was like, oh, I'm a singer, maybe they'll use me that. No, they wanted me to Scrooge around, which I'm grateful for because it's cold. Singing, I don't have to worry about singing, and it's okay. I'm okay with that.
I will say, especially after opening weekend, when all 3 days were around 30 degrees, it is less than fun to try and maintain my vocal range when it's that cold. Friends, you've heard me say this before. I really prefer the warm weather. I don't belong in the north. I love their summers, but winters, no thanks. So I'm very thankful I'll be chasing the sun again
this coming winter. Weekend. I don't even think it's going below 40. So
really
better.
Did they change the prognostications for Saturday?
Oh, were they bad?
I was still seeing high 30s for Saturday.
Oh,
I'm ignoring that.
I could have looked at something non-accurate, I suppose.
Well, hey friends, if you've still not made it to Yuletide, or if you want to come again, don't be turned away if it's raining. The pirate ship, where I am performing 3 times daily with Lemning, has a roof.
Yeah, there's certainly cover. You can find cover.
Yeah, there's plenty of cover, and a lot of the stages where they're featured acts, bless you,
thank you,
are covered. So you will be reasonably dry, if not completely dry. So we have one more weekend. I know I would love to see you all. I know Collin would love to see you all. So come on out.
Yeah, especially if you're not too far away. It's a worthwhile way to spend some time.
Yeah. And we have programming throughout the day, so you can come at the opening like you would for Ren Fair and stay for the whole day. But if you only want to come for like a little block in the afternoon, you'll definitely get your money's worth of entertainment. So
yeah. It has that winter Ren Fair vibe, which not a lot of places do, and that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's
really cool.
very uncommon. So if you need your Ren Fair fix and are anywhere close to Mannheim, Pennsylvania, do come out to the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair for the final weekend of Yuletide. I think we ought to play some more music.
Let's
Mr.
do it.
Collin.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power while we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. From God our heavenly Mother, a blessed angel came, and unto certain shepherds brought tidings of the same, how that in Bethlehem was born the Son of God by name. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Now to the Lord sing praises, all you within this place, and with true love and unity each other now embrace. This holy tide of Christmas all other doth deface. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Harmonic? No.
Friends,
That's cool to do that one up tempo.
it is.
Anyway.
It's got a good swing
Yeah,
to it.
Yeah. That's nice.
Sing along,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been fun seeing people groove into that. The one thing I miss.
you guys
is-
play it like that at the?
Oh, we totally
cool.
do.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really cool.
And it's fun seeing people's eyes like they don't recognize it at first, and then as soon as I start singing, it's like, oh. So I feel good that we get to surprise people a little
That's
bit.
cool. Yeah.
So, friends, what will not come as a surprise to many of you is what I'm about to say next. There comes a time in every show where I have good news and I have bad news. And I will begin the bad news first because I can tell how desperately anxious you are, even across the airwaves. That's right, friends. We only have time for one more song. I know. But I have great news for you all, my friends. We have time for one more song.
Oh! I didn't know where that was going. I was on the edge of my seat.
It's a real ride.
That was... Hold on. Oh,
So,
wait.
friends-
I think I want to switch.
All right.
Okay.
You do you, baby.
Okay.
So, often on this show, we will close with one of my favorite Irish goodbyes. Not tonight, friends. Tonight we close with one of my favorite, in fact, my very favorite Scottish goodbyes. Stand you at the ready, good sir.
Yeah.
That sounds delightfully chimey.
Should all acquaintance be forgotten and all beer for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
Friends, I am Jeremy Grafe. My guest tonight has been Collin Purcell.
That's me.
Collin,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, that's fine.
Friends, thank you for hanging out with us on this Monday night. Love you all. Good night.